Hello everyone. I thought for a kind of an interesting little exercise, we compare Flight Simulator 2020 Syria map, in particular this is in Damascus International, with the new Syria map that just came out for DCS. So over here we have ourselves a simple, this is just regular old-fashioned DV20, nothing too fancy, nothing that's too crazy. Gonna keep it nice and simple, go ahead and give it full throttle, and we'll just take a nice little kind of cruise around the airport itself. Again, I'm not looking for anything too sophisticated, just a gentle, just kind of take a look and see what some of the similarities are and some of the differences are between Flight Simulator 2020 and DCS Syria, which just came out today. Alright, 60 knots, go ahead and lift the nose wheel up. And we are airborne. Man, do I have a desire to push my landing gear up. I don't know why. I know we don't have landing gear in this aircraft. Okay. We're heading roughly south right now, so actually I'm going to bring us around to the north and see what we can see, so to speak. There we are. Okey-doke, let's head on over. Now, one interesting thing here is in DCS, there aren't really a lot of general aviation planes. The main one that everybody uses is going to be the Yakolev 52, which is this nice little two-seater trainer plane. I remember actually reading an article, I was doing a little bit of research, some forum posts, with people arguing that they should basically provide us with a rocket-armed version of that aircraft. That would be an interesting exercise, and I can't take off because I'm too heavy. But anyway, let's go ahead and keep heading towards the north. And again, we're just going to be looking for any sort of details that you see popping out between FS 2020 and DCS World. Alright, we're coming up on a fairly large forest straight ahead. Alright, let's go ahead and buzz things a little bit here. We're well into the yellow range here. It doesn't surprise me with a little dive like this. Alright, go ahead and level out. And we'll buzz the city a little bit here. Alright, another minute or so, and then we'll go take a look at it over in DCS. Obviously in DCS we're going to have a slightly faster aircraft, but not by too much. Now imagine if they had combat planes in Flight Simulator 2020. Alright, let's go ahead and recreate this exact same flight over in DCS and see what we can see. Alright, let's give it a try. The only big difference here is that we're facing the other way, but that makes it a little bit easier to get going. Let's do it. Whee! Getting bounced around real nice in this aircraft. Alright, give everybody a little tug. And we are airborne. Gear up. Ah, I gotta love those pneumatic gears. Flaps up. And we're in good shape. Okay, let's do it. So we've just taken off from the same airport we just saw just a minute ago over in FS 2020. Now we're going to go ahead and take the same exact course as we did before and go ahead and see what we can see. Alright, that's north. Bring down the power a little bit. I think we get this engine going more than hard enough. Very nice. Just a tiny bit to the right here. Need a little bit more rudder than that little diamond. And off we go. Crossing over that solid looking fence. See some that looks like revetments here. Most likely this would be for a SAM site. Geez, look at the size of that. Well, we got some buildings on our left and right there. Now, the interesting thing would be to actually compare this with Google Earth as well. I'm sure these people love me buzzing their houses at this altitude. Lovely. So the biggest difference that I'm noticing so far is this is a lot more desert. The other Flight Simulator 2020 was quite a bit lusher, and it seemed to have a little bit more density as far as buildings goes. Although these buildings, I guarantee, are probably closer to what size they actually are. Again, this is just a quick academic exercise. And yes, I did take off in a different direction, but it's okay, because it's going to work out the same in the end anyway. Lots of big open fields. Can't wait to do some combined operations out this way. Obviously, this aircraft is quite a bit quicker than the Diamond, so as a result, we've been able to cover quite a bit more terrain here. Plenty of orchards. A little bit of traffic. I'm actually really impressed how fast you can get this little aircraft to go. It's a lot for a trainer. In a few moments, I'll go ahead and call it. I think you guys have seen a pretty good side-by-side. Commentary-wise, it's definitely a different kind of detail. I mean, the detail is pretty strong, and I think in both programs. But as far as the individual teeny tiny things being, especially the right height, I think this one does a slightly better job. Density-wise, they seem to be pretty much on par. Color-wise, again, I'd have to see what this area actually looks like to have a fairly good idea as who's kind of got that right. But they're both fairly similar when you put them side by side with each other. Perhaps one day we'll see a flight simulator where you can do combat stuff in it for the whole world. Wouldn't that be interesting? All right, hopefully you found this little side-by-side relatively straightforward and interesting. I just thought this would be kind of a cool way to kind of see what things look like between the two games, especially since they both came out so quickly to each other. Enjoy.